Councillors, officials, members of the public attending, welcome to today's virtual Drakenstein Municipal Council meeting on Thursday, the 17th of March 2022 at 10:00. We will now proceed with the agenda, but before we go on, I will ask everybody to respect a moment of silence on all COVID casualties in our country and all problems that we're experiencing in the world at the moment. And I give 30 seconds for private reflection, starting now. Thank you, councillors. We then proceed to page 1 of the agenda, which is applications for leave. In terms of the rules for virtual meetings, your name will be read out by the Chief Whip, who will attend to the attendance register. Chief Whip, you can proceed.
Good morning all, and thank you, Speaker. I'm going to call on your surname, and if you hear your name or your surname, please just say it present. Councillor J. Adams.
I am present, Sweep.
Councillor M. Adriaanse.
Is hier.
Councillor M. Adriaanse.
Ek is hier teenwoordig.
Thank you. Councillor J. Anderson.
16 teenwoordig, Sweep.
Thank you. Councillor M. Adriaanse. Andreas.
Andreas, ja, Sweep, ek is hier.
A. Apollos. Councillor Apollos.
Teenwoordig, Sweep.
Councillor E. Arendse.
I'm present.
Councillor L. Arendse.
Present.
Councillor R. Arnoldus.
Teenwoordig, Sweep.
Councillor E. Baron.
Present, Sweep.
Councillor T. Bester. Councillor T. Bester.
Ek is teenwoordig, Sweep.
Councillor L. Bonlani. Councillor L. Bonlani. Councillor F. Boyson.
I'm teenwoordig, Sweep.
Councillor G. Kombrink.
Teenwoordig, Sweep.
Councillor F. Kibedu. Felix Kibedu.
Teenwoordig, Sweep.
Councillor P. Kibedu.
Teenwoordig, Sweep.
Councillor L. Suyster.
Teenwoordig, Sweep.
Councillor J. Daniels.
J. Daniels, present.
Councillor C. Davids. Councillor Claire Davids. Councillor J. de Kok.
Teenwoordig.
Councillor P. de Villiers.
Teenwoordig.
Councillor A. du Plessis.
Teenwoordig, Sweep.
Councillor B. Duba.
Icona.
Councillor A. Fourie.
Teenwoordig.
Councillor Gananda, na? Councillor Gondwana. Councillor Gondwana. Councillor E. Gous.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor S. Gravel. Councillor S. Gravel. Councillor B. Jacobs. Councillor Basil Jacobs.
Kyk dis. Kankangs teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor C. Jacobs. Councillor C. M. Jacobs.
Present.
Councillor F. Jacobs.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor M. Jacobs.
In attendance, Chief Whip.
Councillor R. Kugelenberg.
I'm in council, Chief Whip.
Councillor C. Krauts.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor G. Coulson. Councillor G. Coulson.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor S. Landsberg.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor L. Landu.
Present, Chief Whip.
Councillor J. LaRue. Councillor S. Liebenberg. Councillor S. Liebenberg. Councillor T. Mangena.
Back from Ukraine.
Councillor H. Mathieu.
I'm in the house, Chief Whip.
Councillor L.C. Mathieu.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor J. Miller.
Present and Compass.
Councillor T. Moy. Councillor T. Moy. Councillor R.H. Nel.
Present Whip.
Councillor Nongongo. Councillor Nongongo.
Kona, present.
Councillor Lubala.
Present.
Councillor Sipu.
Ahoy, Sweep.
Councillor A. Richard.
Hey.
Councillor A. Richard. Ek sien u raadslid. U moet net vir u kamera afskakel. Councillor S. Ross.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor L. Sambokwe.
Present.
Councillor-
Present.
Thank you. Councillor N. Sawerman.
Present. Present.
Councillor J. September. Please, guys, you have to unmute yourself. The sound is very harsh in my ear. Councillor J.
Present.
Councillor R. Smuts.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Thank you. Councillor E. Solomons.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Elizabeth. And Councillor A. Stillman.
Present.
Thank you. Councillor Stuweni. Councillor A. Stuweni. Councillor Jan van die Kerk.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor R. van Nieuwenhuizen.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor A. van Rooyen.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor A. van Santen.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor B. van Willig. Councillor Brenda van Willig.
Teenwoordig Sweep.
Councillor Kлекko teenwoordig. Councillor Z. Kлекko van teenwoordig. Present.
Corner.
Thank you. Councillor N. Zoya. Councillor N. Zoya. Speaker, that is all from my side.
Thank you, Chief Whip. Just to confirm with you, Councillor Bolani did not indicate presence. Councillor Godongwana did not indicate presence. Councillor S. Gravel did not indicate presence. Councillor S. Liebenberg did not indicate presence. Who's there?
Ek is in nou.
Thank you, Councillor Liebenberg. We will correct that. Councillor T.P. Moy did not indicate presence.
Sorry, Speaker.
Speaker.
All right. Yes,
I'm
who?
present. Councillor Godongwana.
Speaker.
Identify yourself.
I'm
Identify
present.
yourself.
Councillor Moy, I'm present.
Thank you, Councillor Moy.
Yes.
Speaker.
And Councillor Stolweni did not indicate presence. And Councillor
Speaker.
Zoya did not indicate presence. Identify yourself.
Councillor Godongwana, I'm present.
Thank you, Councillor. I will mark you off. So it's only then Councillor Bolani, Councillor Gravel, and Councillors Stolweni and Zoya not present. Thank you. That finalizes the leave and attendance register. Item number 2 on page 1, the closure of interest. Any official or councillor present in today's meeting. If you have any interest in the item in front of us,
Speaker.
please indicate this now.
Speaker.
Identify yourself.
It's Councillor Nopala, Speaker.
Yes, Councillor.
Yeah, I thought after your confirmation, you will move to apologies because Councillor Polan has forwarded his apology. He's at the dentist currently.
All right. Did he forward it to the Chief Whip?
That's my understanding, sir.
All right.
I've
Okay, we
received
will-
nothing yet from my side, Speaker, on the from this moment.
Thank you. We will then attend to it if it comes in. Otherwise, we will deal with it in terms of the rules. Any councillor or official disclosing any interest? None. Thank you. Item number 3, page 1, statements by the Speaker. None at this stage. Number 4, statements by the Executive Mayor. Executive Mayor, you on?
Thank you, Speaker. Good morning, all councillors. Good morning, CM and officials. I have a few, Speaker. First, I am pleased to report back that all 33 ward committees have been established and the item will be dealt with today. Then, of course, secondly, I want to inform Council that the draft IDP and budget will be tabled at Council meeting on the 30th of March. I also want to inform Council of two incidents which took place over the last week involving 3 of our own staff members. The first incident occurred in Mbakweni when 2 workers were busy with routine maintenance of stormwater channels and were unexpectedly overwhelmed by methane gas. We visited the workers in hospital to support them and are grateful that both workers are in stable condition and recovering well. A thorough investigation has been launched in this regard. Secondly, incident happened late yesterday afternoon when a staff member from the wastewater division was fatally injured in a truck accident. We are very saddened by the loss and express our sincere condolences to his family. It is always very sad to lose one of our own. That's why I want to ask Speaker that we will have now a moment of silence for this family or this worker. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Executive Mayor. The moment of silence is granted. Thank you, councillors. Any further announcements, Executive Mayor?
None, Speaker.
Thank you, Executive Mayor. We then move on to page 2 of the special agenda, which is item number 5, Ward Committee elections. MMC Councillor E. Baron.
Thank you, Speaker. Good morning, Mayor and councillors, City Manager and officials. Page 2, as MMC for Corporate Services who dealt with the Ward Committee elections on behalf of the Municipality Electoral Officer, I herewith recommend adoption of recommendations listed as 3.1, 3.2 and 3.3 on page 3, with one recommendation to the annexer being page A9. Page A9. I so recommend.
Thank you, Councillor Baron. A seconder.
Seconded by André Koegenberg.
Thank you, councillors. The item is then properly in front of us. I have listed speakers. The first speaker being Councillor André Fourie. You're on, Councillor.
Baie dankie, meneer die speaker. Ons is redelik bekommerd oor hierdie proses wat geskied het met die verkiesing van wijkskomitees. Ons was in gesprek met u gewees daaroor nadat ons besware aangeteken het en ek wil net 2 van die wijke uitlig waarvoor ons nie ons ondersteuning kan gee nie. En dit is in wijk 17 en wijk 18. Meneer die speaker, daar is baie mooi woorde hier by die recommendations en ek wil het vir u voorhou wat u sê dat while we were logistically and administrative, where there were logistical and administrative challenges from time to time, the speaker responded to and resolved all the queries and concerns. The elections were conducted in an open, transparent and democratic manner. In verband met hierdie 2 wijke, speaker, moet ek vir u sê, aanvaar ons nie daai stelling nie. Wijk 17 was daar 'n insident wat ek dink een van die kandidate baie negatief geraak het. En dit is dat alhoewel sy naam verskyn op die lys van nominasies, baie duidelik, by die stembus die dag met die verkiesing was sy naam nie op die stembriefie nie. En toe was daar 'n spoeg en plak om name uit te krap en name by te voeg en verkeerde name ingeskryf is. En ek dink dit het 'n baie negatiewe effek gehad op die kandidaat. Daar was byvoorbeeld 5 stembriewe wat ook nie sy naam opgehaat het nie. En daarom sê ons dat die proses, the process is flawed. En ons vra dat daardie verkiesing oorgedoen moet word. Daar was ook die 2 insidente, voorsitter, meneer die speaker, by beide 17 en 18, waar daar mense aangery is met vervoer van die stadsraad. En wanneer hulle uitgeklim het by die stembus, het hulle arriveer met 'n bloklys van name vir wie hulle moet gaan stem. Ek dink dit is ongehoord. Ons as politieke partye was gevra om nie kandidaate te nomineer nie en my party byvoorbeeld was nie betrokke by die verkiesings nie, alhoewel daar van ons lede was wat gestaan het as kandidaate en hulle moes hulle eie reëlings maak en so het ons dit aanvaar. U het vir my aan ons die opmerking gemaak dat u die uitnodiging gerig het aan alle partye dat ons vervoer kan vra vir verkiesers. Nou, omdat ons as partye nie betrokke was nie, voorsitter, het ons dit nie gedoen nie. Maar boonbehalwe dit, nêrens in u geskrewe reëls van hoe die verkiesing gehou gaan word, is daar melding gemaak van so 'n voorstel nie. Daarom wil ek vir u vra vandag, is daar aan alle politieke partye daai aanbod gemaak? Want dit blyk vir my en vir ons party dat dit slegs die DA was wat dit gebruik het. Kiesers word aangery met die koste van die belastingbetaler tot voordeel van een politieke party. En in die lig van hierdie paar opmerkings, Speaker, kan ons hoegenaamd nie daai twee wyke se verkiesings goedkeur nie. Inteendeel, as dit vandag goedgekeur sal word, gee ons kennis dat ons daarteen sal appelleer.
Thank you, Councillor Fourie. Councillors, for those of you who are English speaking, the councillor has expressed his concerns about the transparency of the process that was followed. He specifically referred to Ward 17 and 18. His problem with Ward 17 is that one candidate could have been negatively affected due to the fact that there was an error on the ballot paper and his name was not added. We dealt with the process the evening there, and what happened is that the 5 first ballot papers who did not have that councillor's name was not included in any counting process, and 5 names or 5 votes were added to that specific candidate's total, and no other candidate was benefited or credited with votes in terms of those 5. This was explained in a meeting which we had with the Rules Committee and the Process Committee with the representatives of the MEO, which is the Municipal Electoral Officer, and in a meeting with the Freedom Front Plus, where they expressed their concerns. So that was dealt with in that manner. Please just mute that, Chief.
You are now muted, Speaker.
You may go ahead, Speaker.
Thank you. Then there was a general concern from Councillor Fourie regarding the perception that municipal vehicles was used to transport residents, and this could have benefited one political party, and there was an invitation extended not to all political parties. Let me be clear about this. No invitation was extended to any political party to assist them with the transport of residents. The requests were given to the presiding officers and the officials in the employ of the municipality who attended these meetings on behalf of the municipal electoral officer, and where there were requests, we provided this transport to go and fetch these residents. Mostly these residents had a health problem or were residing very far from the election venues, and we did provide assistance in this regard. There was no favouring to any political party. The next speaker then is Councillor Landsberg. You can proceed, Councillor.
Goeiemôre Speaker, baie dankie. Ja, ek wil net bevestig wat Raadslid Fourie ook genoem het oor die 2 punte, spesifiek oor die briefies wat vooraf uitgedeel was, dat ons baie ongelukkig is oor daai proses. Baie van die mense wat kom stem het nie geweet vir wie hulle moet stem nie. Dis waarvoor daar vooraf briefies uitgedeel was in die rye, en ons vind dit nie as aanvaarbaar. Dit is amper so stemwerwery voor die verkiesing, en die briefies is ook ingeneem saam na die stemlokale toe. waar die mense dan die name afgemerk het volgens die briefies wat hulle in hulle hand gehad het. Die wijkkomitees is veronderstel om apolities te wees, so ons voel daai regverdige kans, mense wat ook dalk kon gestaan het as 'n wijkskandidaat, het nie die regte amper sê ondersteuning gekry van die mense wat vir hulle sou moes kom stem het. So dit is my beswaar en ek staan met Raadslid Fourie met sy 2 punte.
Thank you, Councillor Landsberg. In translation, the concern of Councillor Landsberg is that there was some lobbying done by means of lists outside the election venue. In terms of the rules and the policy of Drakenstein Municipality, that is not specifically, what's the word I'm looking for, banned. And in practice, people can do the necessary lobbying outside for certain members on the list to be elected, as long as it does not occur within the election venue. And the presiding officer was specifically instructed to watch out for any contraventions in this regard. That was the concerns of Councillor Landsberg. Councillor Du Plessis.
Speaker, baie dankie. Ag, ek wil net vir jou sê, ek was by wijk 18 gewees, die bussie het daar gestop, daar's geen persoon uitgehelp uit die bussie nie, almal kon gemaklik uitklim, so ek dink daar is transport verskaf, en dan wil ek net sê, ek stem saam met die ander 2 kollegas, Fourie en Landsberg, ons is glad nie tevrede met wijk 17 en 18 nie. Baie dankie.
Thank you, Councillor Du Plessis. This has been noted. These 3 councillors, please note that if it is all possible, and while we have now constraints regarding translation and constraints regarding English, please, if at all possible, if you can address the council and as a courtesy to your other councillors in English. That is then the list of speakers. I have received no other notifications. This item can now go to the vote, and I will do the voting by reading out the names, and all you have to say is in favor or against or abstaining. Councillor Adams.
In favor, Speaker.
Are you? What is your vote? In favor. Councillor Adriaanse.
In favor.
Councillor Anderson.
In favor.
I know.
Speaker.
Councillor Andreas.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor Apollos.
Speaker.
Councillor Apollos, be busy with the voting. Please mute that, Councillor. Councillor Apollos.
In favor.
Councillor Arendse. E. Arendse.
In favor, Speaker.
They muted me.
Councillor L. Arendse.
In favor.
Councillor R. Arnolds.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor Baron.
In favor, Speaker.
You are muted, Speaker.
What is secondly vote? Names. Names for what?
Speaker, you are muted.
There was no index to send speakers yet. They said they're going to
Speaker, you are muted, please.
Speaker, benithatha phi lento yezpeaker ngoku ayikho apha. Speaker.
Councillor T. Bester.
Speaker.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor Bolani is not present. Councillor V. Boyson. Councillor Boyson.
Yes, Speaker.
How are you voting, Councillor? In favor, against, abstaining?
Speaker.
In favor, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor. Alderman Coburn.
How we manage to speak?
In favor of what? Explain to us. We are not in the same page. In favor of what? Speaker. In favor of what? Speaker. We are voting for what? Against what?
Councillor Alderman Coburn.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor Fitzgibbon.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor P.
Speaker,
In favor, Speaker.
Speaker, can you assist us before?
No, Councillor, there was no listed speakers. Councillor L. Seister.
Somlomo.
Speaker.
Councillor L. Seister.
Point of order, Speaker.
There's no point of order while we're voting, Councillor.
Speaker. Hi, Speaker. Speaker.
Councillor L. Seister. Councillor Lorraine Seister for the final time. Councillor J. Daniels.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor C. Davids.
Speaker, there's
Davids.
something wrong with my laptop, so I'm in favor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Seister. You are so recorded. Councillor C. Davids.
The list is
Claire, just saying you.
in Ward 12. There's people that
Can you speak
Speaker?
I need clarity from there.
Councillor C. Davids.
Speaker.
Final
Speaker,
time.
can you please clarify what is going on? Why
We are
we need to
voting for
vote
the
because
item,
we
Councillor.
don't know what is going on. We are lost now.
Councillor Jada Cook.
You just rule my name.
Councillor P. de Villiers.
Somlomo.
Speaker.
So you don't know
Councillor
why you
P. de
must vote.
Villiers.
Speaker.
Your naam genoemd.
Speaker.
Councillor A.J. du Plessis.
Yo, I come back.
In favor, except Ward 17 and 18.
Speaker.
In favor, Councillor du Plessis.
In favor, except Ward 17 and 18.
Then you
Speaker.
cannot be in favor of the recommendations. Are you voting against?
Then sit against here.
Thank you. Councillor B. Duba. Councillor B. Duba. Councillor A. Fourie. Councillor A. Fourie.
Speaker, ons wil baie graag ja stem. En ons vra net dat ons beswaar aangeteken word rondom 17 en 18, dan sal ons hierdie ondersteun.
Die beswaar is behoorlik op rekord geplaas. Raadslid, baie dankie. Ek verander dan u stem na in favor. I change your vote to in favor and I do the same for Councillor du Plessis. Is that in order, Councillor du Plessis?
Reg so, Speaker.
Thank you. Councillor Ganandana.
Explain to us why you are voting, Speaker.
You're not even class 18
We
now.
don't know what happening here,
Councillor
Speaker.
Ganandana.
Explain to us, Speaker, what's going on now, because we are lost.
We are voting, Councillor. Councillor, do you vote in favor or against the recommendations as read out by Councillor Baron, or are you abstaining?
Speaker, there was a point of order on the
Indicate your
procedure.
choice. Indicate your choice now.
Speaker,
Councillor
there was
Ganandana.
a point of
Not
order on
voting.
your procedure.
Councillor Godongwana. Councillor in Godongwana.
What are we voting for?
Now, Councillor, I'm not going to explain this again. Councillor Gous.
Speaker.
Councillor E. Gous.
In favor, Speaker.
Thank you. Councillor S. Gravel is not present. Councillor B. Jacobs. Councillor B. Jacobs.
Speaker.
Yes.
Speaker, why are we voting? I'm not clear on this, Speaker. Because there's a good
We need to vote on the item, Councillor, because it's a virtual meeting.
Speaker, dat is 'n baie belangrike ding wat die mense in die wyke baie ingesit en
Councillor
die ding
Jacobs,
as
this is not open for discussion. Please mute him. Councillor CM Jacobs. Councillor CM Jacobs.
In favor?
Councillor F Jacobs.
In favor?
Councillor M Jacobs.
Abstain, Speaker.
In
Thank you.
favor?
Councillor C Kearns.
In favor, Speaker.
Alderman Kuchlenberg.
My vote is in support.
Speaker, you're not going to answer.
Thank you. Councillor C Crouch.
In favor, Speaker. Speaker.
Councillor G
Must you listen
Coulson.
to him?
Speaker. Speaker.
Councillor G Coulson.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor S Landsberg. Councillor S Landsberg.
In favor?
Thank you. Councillor L Landu.
In favor, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor S Liebenberg.
In favor?
Councillor T C Mangena.
Tell me, where did we go wrong? Abstain.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor H Matee.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor LC Matee.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor J Miller.
I support the motion.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor TP Moy.
Speaker, can you assist me here? Don't mute him, please. What's going on?
Councillor, are you abstaining?
Are you telling me to abstain now?
I'm asking you, Councillor, how do you vote?
But voting for what, Speaker?
Councillor, I mark you as abstaining. Councillor Nell.
So you let.
In favor,
Councillor
Speaker.
Nell.
In favor, Speaker.
Thank you. Councillor Nongogo. Councillor Nongogo. Marked as abstaining. Councillor Nubala.
Yeah, thanks, Speaker, for giving me an opportunity to speak. Speaker,
No,
you.
Councillor, I'm not giving you an opportunity to
No,
speak.
Speaker.
How do you vote?
Speaker, you have noted me. Let me.
Councillor, you are marked as abstaining. Alderman Poole.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor A.M. Richards.
Speaker, you can't vote on my behalf.
That's why you're abstaining, Councillor.
Speaker, so how did you note my vote? Because I didn't vote. Are you
Councillor
deciding
Richards.
for us?
Councillor Richards. Councillor Richards. No vote. Abstaining. Councillor Ross. S. Ross.
In favor, Speaker.
Thank you. Councillor L. S. Sambokwe. Councillor Zambokwe. Councillor L. S. Sambokwe.
You can even vote for me, Speaker, if you want.
Councillor, so you are abstaining.
Abstain.
Thank you. Councillor Sauerman.
I support, Speaker.
Councillor J. A. September.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor J. Smith.
In favor, Speaker.
Thank you. Councillor R. Smuts.
In favor, Speaker.
Thank you, Alderman. Councillor E. Solomons.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor A.C. Stowman, Alderman.
Support.
Thank you. Councillor Stolweni, AM. Not present. Councillor L.T. van Niekerk.
In favor, Speaker.
Thank you. Councillor van Nieuwenhuizen.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor A. van Rooyen.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor A. van Santen.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor B. van Willing. Councillor Brenda van Willing.
In favor, Speaker.
Councillor Chegu. Z. Chegu.
I devote him last week.
Are you abstaining,
Wait,
Councillor?
sorry.
How do you vote, Councillor?
I devote him abstaining.
You're abstaining. Councillor N. Zoya.
Speaker, I don't even know what I'm voting for, but let me give you my vote.
Who are you speaking? Councillor Zoya.
Speaker?
Is it Councillor Zoya speaking?
Yes, Speaker.
How do you vote, Councillor?
I'm giving you my vote, Speaker, because I don't know what I'm voting for. I don't want to abstain.
Are you voting for or against the recommendations?
Okay, I'm voting for.
Thank you, Councillor. You are so noted. Councillor, the result of the voting, I will count it quickly.
I call a meeting, Speaker.
The result of the voting is 12 plus 16, it's 28, 38, 46.
What about Speaker? What about our Speaker? Who didn't vote?
The no votes against the recommendations. The other councillors indicated that they're abstaining, except for those not present in the meeting. So the item carries with a majority of 46. Councillors, thank you very much. This is
I'm going to take my point of order now,
Speaker. This meeting is concluded. Thank you for your attendance.
Speaker.
I was Speaker.
Danke, Speaker. Bye.
Speaker. Some normal. Some normal. Speaker.
Dankie, Speaker.
Speaker? Bye.